just as other sectors are experiencing advancement, sectors like engineering, medicine, computer science, now agriculture is not left out. Now, some of us might have heard terms like soilless farming, hydroponics farming. Well, these are some of the things we'll be talking about today. Stay tuned. So, what is soilless farming? So, as the name implies, soilless farming simply means growing crops without soil, meaning we are using other growing media instead of soil. And of course, there are different growing medium that has been used over time instead of soil. Now, we have active and passive growing media, but that's not what we are going to be talking about today. Today, we are going to be talking about the use of substrate as a growing medium instead of soil, hence the term soilless farming. So, what is soilless farming? It simply means, like I said, the growing of crops in other media except soil. So as you can see, this is not soil, this is substrate. Hence why we call it soilless farming. So like I said, soilless farming is a modern way of farming without using soil as a growing medium. So there are different mediums we use for growing crops, especially in the greenhouse. So the reason why we are going soilless is because we are trying to grow crops in a controlled environment, right? So the greenhouse is a place where crops are grown and they are given all that they need at the right time, at the right quantity, so that they can do better, even better than crops in the open field. Because crops in the open field are exposed to a lot of challenges. They have excessive rainfall, excessive sunshine, humidity, and then the rest. Of course, the infestation of pests and diseases is quite high in the open field as compared to in the greenhouse. So, like I said, this is substrate. So the substrate we are using is a combination of rice husks, biochar, and coco peat. Now, all of these components have their own, they have their own purpose. They have their own we have a reason why we use them. So for the rice husks, it serves as an anchorage for the plants too. So it's coming in place of soil. So it serves as an anchorage. For the biochar, research has been able to show that biochar helps in soil improvement, right? So biochar helps in water absorption, improves water retention and absorption. It also improves absorption and retention of nutrients, because biochar has large surface areas, and these large surface areas are negatively charged. So because they are negatively charged, they are able to attract nutrients, cations, which are the nutrients that the plants need. So it makes nutrients available for the roots of plants to be able to absorb. Do you understand? So apart from the fact that it helps in nutrient retention, it also helps in the structure, improve the structure of the substrates, right? And of course, water retention. So that is it. Now for coco peat, the major work is also to absorb water. You understand? So because we are doing soilless, the rate at which we apply water is not as the same in the open field. So what we do in soilless is that we give the plants the nutrient water bit by bit, so that the plants can take them at all time. Unlike in soil, maybe sometimes the ideal thing is that people they apply in the morning and then in the evening, because soil, especially good loamy soil and clay soils, they have the ability to retain water for a long time, unlike the substrate. So we don't want to over flood it. The thing is that we are practicing precision agriculture. We are giving the plants the water that they need at the particular time, bit by bit, not just water but nutrient enriched water. Do you understand? So this is the concept of Soilless. Now, some persons practice soil-based agriculture even in the greenhouse. I know you must have seen some persons growing crops in the greenhouse, but they are doing it on soil. That is also very okay. But now, the major reason why we are going into soilless farming is because of the problems we have with the soil. The soil has a lot of challenges. Number one is the chemistry of the soil. Most soils can be acidic, can be too acidic or too alkaline. So it means we have to carry out a lot of soil amendment processes by applying lime or whatever it is that you need to do. And then another issue is the presence of soil-borne diseases. So that is like nematode, like bacteria that will be harmful to our plants. So, but here in soilless farming, we don't experience any of those because we make sure our substrates are sterilized. We are setting up the materials. You understand? So that is the advantage of soilless farming over soil farming. Do you understand? So especially in the production of vegetables. And research has also shown that crops grown in soilless medium grow faster, yields bigger than soil-based, soil-based production. So that is it from us here at Farmnatomy. I believe you have learned something new. Please do well to share this video. Leave your questions in the comment section so we grow together. Have a lovely day. Bye.